Thanks for staying tuned to the program this morning. Yes, we have another guest in the studio, and together we are going to be talking about smart cities and technology in town planning. Please join us as we make welcome Dr. Sharif Yinka Razak. He is a chartered urban planner and a researcher. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. It's nice to be here.
We can see you're doing great.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good
Thank
morning,
you
madam.
so much for joining
It's
us.
a great pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so yes, let's talk about technology. We all know, or you agree with me, that technology has come to stay, whether we like it or not. So all we need to do is move with it and accept it as it comes. So now let's talk about how do you need, or what do you need, or how do you intend to use this technology in terms of urban planning? How useful is it?
Thank you. This is a beautiful question, and I can't agree more that technology has come to stay and it has to be embraced by all facets and fabric of the society. And then when we talk about town planning, perhaps we start by saying what is even town planning? Town planning is the science and act of arranging human activity in space in order to ensure that you have a functionally efficient city where people live, work, and recreate. By this definition, it then suggests to us that the city or the urban space is made up of interconnected parts, dwelling unit buildings where people live, workplaces where people work, recreational spaces, the road infrastructure, and all of this. All of these are interconnected and serve as the fabric of the city upon which the city functions. And then when we then talk about the application of technology in the functioning of the city, perhaps we pick a segment when we talk about the Internet of Things, and then a city driven by ICT is what largely stands as a smart city. So how is then technology brought to bear? When we look at a simple phenomenon like pollution in city, the city authority or the municipality can put in place sensors across the city to collect data relating to air quality. This data is analyzed, processed, and then sent into the action room for taking action. When the citizenry are also connected with a platform on the city, advices can be issued to the citizen on what the pollution level or the air quality level will be tomorrow at 7 a.m. Maybe PM 2:45 will be in the air, so people can take precautionary measure. When it also relates to mobility, when people need to move from point A and B, the sensors and camera inserted across the city along the highway can also collect data about density of cars on the road, and so people can plan their journey and get to their destination in good time, looking at the congestion. So it's really an interconnected thing as the city function as a system, and it is important that all cities align to become technologically driven because this increases the operational efficiency of the city and improves service delivery to the citizenry and also optimize income generation for the city authority.
Wow.
So much from it.
Okay, let's look at some successful implementations of technology in urban development,
Okay, this,
urban planning.
this is actually diverse. Is diverse because we could look at, like I cited the example of transportation sector, wherein cameras and sensors collect um, data relating to density of cars on the road. You could also look at where the parking system of the city is also controlled by technology, wherein people log into the app and perhaps go into Garaki district, and the app will show to them where the parking spots are, where they can freely park, and then within the app also they could also pay for parking. So you can see it's a seamless service for the citizenry and also optimize income for for the government. However, most of these practices are being implemented in global north cities like Tokyo, Singapore, and the rest. But there's room for improvement. The Abuja city may also be aligning to this. So this is my take on this.
Okay, so yeah, I see this is a handful. But do you see potential risk associated to this?
Very well. This question is actually very apt because you have a city that is built on network and then Internet of Things that consists of interconnected devices and information being shared across networks. So it is important that firewalls are built across this net in order to forestall any hacking into such city networks, because you could sit in the office using the Internet of Things to put on the AC in your house as you sit here. So all of these are interconnected devices that works across network, which can be hacked into. So there is need for consistent improvement on the network in order to create firewall such that a city system is not shut down by just one young lad sitting in Japan or somewhere else.
Like we see in movies.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, you people are doing a great job. Now let's talk about we, the citizens. Do we have any part to play in this whole thing? What are we expected to do? Aside just, okay, yes, just listen, watch, and then be told what to do. What else do you people expect, or what are the citizens generally expected to do in terms of maybe encouraging development?
Okay. So perhaps I will answer that by giving you a trajectory of the smart city scenario. We're actually in the regime of smart city 3.0. At the 1.0 regime, you have service provider deploying technology to collect data in order to ensure efficiency in cities. The 2.0 smart city, you have the municipality authority trying to put in place infrastructure of ICT in order to drive and create efficiency in city. But in the 3.0 phase of the Internet of City, you have city municipality authority deploying technology in order to enhance efficiency of city operation. But however, what makes this key is they're engendering equity and citizen inclusion. So by this, the citizen also contribute to the system and own it. So by owning it, they get to defend it. So if they defend it, then you get to have an inclusive and a sustainable city. So how do citizens also contribute in another dimension? When you look at the security dimension of it, because it is said in planning that when cities are safe, the livability index of such city is high and people want to live in such city. So it is encouraged that individual property owners deploy, for example, in the aspect of security, deploy CCTV camera outside of their building and within. So when an incident happens in that area, the footage of the camera from house 1, 2, 3, and 4 are collated in order to analyze the situation in that area. So in this, you see citizen collaboration in addressing and ensuring security within the city.
Okay, okay. Let's tell our success story. Let's come down to FCT. As an urban planner with technology, what's the success story here?
The success story for FCT, because like I told you, the smart city initiative is multidimensional, and we want to look at the FCT from the environmental dimension of it. That indeed FCT is smart to the extent that the greenery of the city, as provided by the Abuja Master Plan, is above 33%. Largely, these are still being preserved. So the greenness of the city could also suggest Abuja as a smart city. That is the dimension to it.
So I want you to just give a word of advice. We are urban planner, okay? So just
Thank you. Like Madam asked earlier, the citizen also have a role to play. There is a plan for the city. The citizenry needs to own it and defend it so that you will ensure that you have a sustainable and inclusive city. For example, like we cited the example of ensuring security in a particular neighborhood, when the citizenry all install CCTV cameras within outside and within their premises. When there's any incidents within that, the footage of this camera may be collated for analysis in order to ensure that that is tracked down and whatever the issues is resolved. So this is also smartness in a way. We may be starting small, but we will get there.
wow,
But
thank you
that's
so
a very
much.
good one. If
Thank
all
you.
the citizens have cameras in their homes.
Honestly, a lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of you'll be able to. I don't know how to say, but some hidden things. And then, thank you so much.
And even
We
the,
appreciate
the perpetrators, when they know that there's camera everywhere, they will not want to do
you. We
anything
don't
bad.
want to,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's a
Thank
good
you
one.
so much. Yes, we've been talking about smart cities and technology in town planning. And we had Dr. Sharif Yinka Razak, okay, talking to us. all hands on deck. You want beautiful things, make beautiful things happy. Abuja FCT is a smart city, and it's good to hear that. Thank you so much. The program is still Good Morning Abuja. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.